Hello, and welcome back to Hollow Knight Silksong. We will switch back to Witch, I guess, here. But we will switch this back to more general use. Really not a fan of Curved Claw. Alright, we beat the Pinstress in the last part, which completes our exploration of Act 3. And also got every single tool in the game, so apparently we have been fairly thorough with this exploration. I was sure that there was going to be one secret wall somewhere that I had missed, but I guess we got 2 tools in Mount Fae on that last attempt. Anyway, just checking in on Zaza here before we make some progress and finally use that diving bell. Nope, still here. No change. So strong, so kind. Thank you. So strong, so kind. Brave to the end. I guess I didn't need to run back, but it was just right here. Okay, I guess deep docks, probably. And finally, do something that we could have done 10 hours ago. But I do feel pretty good about having gotten all that exploration done. Right, there was something I was thinking about. Let's just do that. Remove the marker. I don't think... last steps up here. Don't think there's anything to do there anymore. Oh, I'm in my combat build, not my exploration build. You know what? That's fine. Actually, we do want to go down, don't we? You can actually use benches if we're not in our exploration build. I think the Lifeblood Architects build is really good for backtracking. But that is not what we are doing. We are going forward. To new places. Which will make things a lot harder. But thinking about it, kind of funny, since using the Architect Lifeblood and doing the full clears of old zones. Yeah, I do need to go all the way to the bottom. I think it's the first time, Act 3 was the first time I had an episode where I didn't die. That will not be this episode, though, because we are about to do forward progression, which is probably going to be really difficult. Sir, I wish to depart. Please ready the bell for travel. Sure thing, miss. Sit on the bench and I'll send you down. Oh, we do have a seatbelt. Okay. Can't really see anything. I guess there's a window there. But also, we're just like going into magma. Presumably, there's an underneath the magma, which isn't magma, where we'll be coming out. But, or maybe we just died. That's a very long black screen. Okay, what? I was not even going to try to read that because I don't know Well, we seem to be alive. Or maybe not. Maybe we're actually just dead.
Cadestre.
Sir, if you can hear me, there has been an accident during the descent. In this broken state, the bell is unfit for travel. Retrieve it if you may, but I shall not return within. Ah. Is take... Oh, so overwhelm, retrieve... Retrieval is either possible or impossible. One of those two things. Okay, we do have a bench. And we're in a new zone. We do have communication lines to the surface, though. Okay. Reach the source of the black threads within the abyss. We are in the abyss, I guess. Spoilers. Is this the first time we've had an enemy from Hollow Knight? Shadow Creeper. Shell-plated worm found only in the deepest depths. It seems to survive despite consuming no food or liquid. It looks maybe a little bit different, but same kind of idea. The Shadow Creepers were surprisingly docile. Okay, we're in the abyss. Let's go the other way then. Also, I guess, start farming those. Okay. Curiosity has been assuaged. One of those words that I see in writing and I never really say. Assuaged, probably. One of those words that unfortunately I believe I have pronounced as assuage at one point, which is hopefully not what we're going to be in for here. Okay. Well, you die if you hit us. Gloomsack. Tiny empty creature, barely a bug, swallows its prey whole and sucks their nutrients until nothing remains. Okay. We're gonna have to do better than that. Okay, these bubbles do reform. Okay, yeah, they're not too bad as long as you have ground. Oh, you can attack them while that's happening. Oh. Gargant Gloom. Enormous tubular beast uniquely suited to living close to the void below. Okay, interesting. I'm not being very thorough with my exploration here. Okay, passage to avoid the fight, I guess. Another of you. Oh, I see you. Saw you too late. Well, that's an avoidable fight, but unfortunately I really need silk. Hmm. Okay, I guess we're going down. Do I remember which way I've gone? More or less. So that is 2,000 rosaries. However, I have my needle maxed out. I have every shop bought out. I guess the only thing I'd really care about in terms of rosaries then is buying shard bundles. It would be kind of nice to have full silk though. But those are limited. Ah. You could farm you, but I don't need to. Okay, we went over top. We face planted you. Good to know we're doing the same route. Here we had a choice between left and right. We went right. Is there anything down here? More down. Okay. Okay, I need to actually hit that thing. This is a little bit tricky. So like this, whoops. This one I can avoid. I should also really be switching off of Witchcrest. Because, okay, we made it. An arcane egg. Okay, I had a feeling that these would be here. Once we got to the abyss, it just seemed like the last collectible type might make sense for it to be that. So that was just a platforming challenge. Oh. And Shadow Charger, bulky worm of the deepest depth, lives in tight crevices and uses its weighty body to batter. Okay, well, that was it for this section. But yeah, this is definitely the wrong crest to have equipped for what I am doing. Oh, what, 1 health from that? Okay, we can come back. You can go down. Okay, I don't know if we're coming back from that, though. Well, if this device activates, this looks like those teleporters from the weave nests. Can I only grab some of them? Up. Oh, did we find the map? A rune depicting the abyss, I would say so. No, I will choose not to have this map. Okay, cartographer. We did in fact find the final area of the game. Oh, and looks like we've basically completed the whole area already. Unless there's a whole bunch more of it. I don't have the ability to go back, I see. I am stuck in the abyss. Well, clearly. Said I was going to switch. Do I really want to switch crests? Okay, there's going to be a left, which is going to be a platforming challenge for another arcane egg, maybe? Oh. Another you. With that spot I can jump to get around you. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Erase our fear, eliminate our desire. To suffer no more, void, cleanse us. Maybe not. Okay. Oh, let's try something really dumb. Oh. She looks around. Yeah, okay. Beastling Call does not work here. It is impact 2 damage, okay. Actually use your claw line, get across. Alright. Now, to be fair, just because that's where the marker is, doesn't mean that that's the end of it. There could be a whole new section over there. What's my current quest telling me to do? Okay, this stuff is whatever. We'll farm it eventually. Reach the source of the black threads within the abyss. Blackstone egg formed before the birth of Farloom, a relic from the ancient past, highly prized by collectors of historical items. I wonder if I missed another collectible somewhere, because there is room for 2 more in the collection, in the UI, and that's 1. So either there's another one down in the abyss, or I missed a random secret nook or cranny somewhere. Anyway, plot. Here you lie, monarch, sunk so deep, yet still you cling to life. Would you let your lands be choked black to protect just her? Spider dear, what a delight to have you visit. Oh, it is oh so lonely here at the bottom of the world.
That's fine.
I cannot share your mirth, child. Your small rebellion above now causes this kingdom's collapse. Letting you live was my rebellion, Spider. I've denied my mother your silken strength. I've won. She could thrash and waste and know her pathetic broken child caused the mortal wound. Rejoice, and let it all come down.
Nada.
I will not. I've already stood the sentinel for one dying land. That role I will never play again. While I live, and possess the strength to resist, this kingdom and the bugs within it shall not fall. Ah, Spider, Spider, what a marvelous specimen you are. You fight and fight, heedless as the world crumbles around you. Barloom and her bugs will be crushed to dust, and still you'll be vainly swinging your blade. There may still be a way to prevent that fate. I will claim the hidden power, the bloom that repels the dark. Okay, we're looking for a delicate flower now. Oh no. Oh no. Beat the true final boss hitless in order to get the true ending? Because you have a delicate flower that breaks if you take damage? Surely Team Cherry won't do something like that, right? Those snails share some fault in the snare, and their callous use of the void. They shall help me now to seek its counter. I will return, child, when I bear the strength to dive below, and cut this land finally free of your mother's grasp. Oh. Okay. So somehow we are able to leave the abyss? Oh, okay. Well, we can go this way, I suppose. Oh, that was easy. Hmm. There's another path to the left. Finally, I can pogo like an almost normal person. Oh, I thought that was a platform. Turns out it was not. Oh, there's a thing up there. Hmm. Oh, great. Oh. We have dealt with 3 of those, which gets us more progress towards the journal. Do they respawn on screen transition? Probably. No. Okay, I guess we'll just have to start claw lining, even though it reduces my maximum silk. Ah. No. Oh, we're back up here. Okay. Well, I guess there is no left. This is, in fact, the path here. I could use a bench. Okay. Should have claw lined. That's fine. Oh, this looks kind of familiar. Isn't this... This is supposed to be a reference to Hollow Knight. I think. Or at least reminiscent of it. Imagine if we just come up in Hollow Nest now. Weave Nest, Absalom. side. Yeah, it's not a tool, because we have all of those. Retracted Weaver surveillance instrument. Once assembled, the device will allow observation over vast distances. Farsight can be assembled in a home. Oh. That last part, I was not expecting. This lets me look at stuff even if I'm not there. Honestly, I was just expecting like an arcane egg or something. But, another tool to play with, I guess. Well, not a tool. Another thing to do. Oh. Okay, well that's breaking at some point. I guess we break it from below. Oh, this weave nest is pretty big. A rune scroll depicting void given form. Journal entry? Void tendrils. Okay, another recurring enemy. That's two. Two repurposed, recycled enemies from Hollow Knight. Lashing fragments of pure darkness, shaped into sharpened tentacles. Just quick aside on that point. I'm really glad that they went with an almost entirely unique cast here, and it kind of makes sense for, you know, the Shadow Creeper and the Void Tendrils. They're more atmospheric than they are actual real enemies, so I'll give them a pass on those two. And I do like that basically every other enemy in this game was unique to this game, and they're not just copying designs from Hollow Knight. The void that will claim all things. In the barbed forms it chooses its nature. In the barbed forms it chooses, its nature can be seen clear. Okay. Okay, this was not the way forward, it was a trap. I am going to die. I am almost certainly going to die. Hello, Weaver Remnant. Daughter of a distant land, we who remain have waited long. Bind our strength to yours. Reclaim the future of our haunted kingdom. Are you going to pull a first sinner, or do I actually just get something here? The Abyss being surprisingly friendly. Found the ancestral art Silksong. Hold down plus S. Fling the needle upward and launch to tremendous heights. Silk will be expended. Strike enemies to replenish silk. Super jump. Okay, well that didn't break, but we did find something. Interesting. Was there a bench in here? Oh, I'm full health anyway. Because I got a thing. So I guess now we backtrack. Okay, might as well. Got me. Wonder if that counts as killing them. Alright, well that looks like the end to me. So we have a crystal heart equivalent, but in the other axis. On the other axis. Interesting. Ah. So the teleporter wasn't fixed. But who needs a teleporter? I panicked because there were a bunch of those other enemies. That is by far the worst move that thing has. Because 3 of those enemies that look like at once is going to be pretty rough. So is there anywhere I can get to with this move that I couldn't get before? I'll be honest, this wasn't something I was really looking for. I am going to die. Okay, you know what? I don't really want to lose all of my rosaries. Not that I guess it matters at this point, but just in case. Just in case. And I guess we'll avoid those things then. Okay, we made it. Oh no, don't die in this room. That would be very silly. Well, there is a bench here. Nope. Bench is gone. Okay, well, the bell was retracted, I suppose. Hey, look, healing, except that I need an enemy to heal, because I make good quest choices. Okay, we managed to recover that one. But we used all of our silk just now. Kind of hoping for a bench. Hey, found a bench. Okay, yeah, this looks like a place to fling ourselves upwards from. These marks are actually pretty nice, just give you an indication of where you might want to use your ability. In silence your voice, in darkness your form. We hire who see your seeking. Our shells yearn for your embrace. And now we're just back here. Okay. I wasn't expecting you to do the second jump. Or to target me up, to target upwards like that. Well, we are just going back. There we go, that's one. Shell-plated worm found only in the deepest depths seems to survive despite consuming no food or liquid. A creature long familiar to me, I suspect that no matter how far I travel, if I descend deep enough, they will always be there. How am I doing on these other ones? 3 more, 3 more, 2 more. Okay, I mean, it's quick enough to do if, quick enough to do. Ow. My hitboxes are pretty generous on those. Oh, I saw you come. I saw it coming, and then I just kind of went for it anyway. Okay, so we got a little bit of lore and opened up a shortcut by doing that. There are spikes there, by the way. Yeah, I mean, that looks reasonable. Oops. Down, not up. Interesting choice. Also interesting choice. Are we just not expected to pogo these spikes at any point? Nope. That was about the worst possible timing. Well, we hit it. Really? I'm going to die. Yep. Well, at least we died at the start of that sequence, which makes it a lot easier. I should really just be using the lifeblood build. It's so much better for this kind of stuff. Okay, we'll make sure that we have our checkpoint. I thought I was over farther than that, or that I was moving over farther than that. Okay, you're actually pretty slow. At changing your height when you're going up. Okay. I was trying to flare my cloak. I knew it was going to double jump first, and I did it anyway. Oh, that was close. Why am I struggling with this? This part is not difficult. Oops, that was a little bit risky. Okay. Lava gonna jump us here. Oh look, I can not heal because I make good life choices. It's rising now. Oh, we're still going, huh? Okay, this is silly. I should just change crests because what I'm doing right now does not make any sense at all. Skullwing, airborne relative of the grounded skull scuttler, found only in the Marrow's deepest, hottest caves. Such feeble creatures could only survive thanks to the rarity of predators in these superheated caverns. Okay, well. Also, we're doing platforming, so we're taking that off. I guess we'll put on Weave Light then. That kind of makes sense. Go full platform build. I mean, I guess Multi-Binder would also be full platform build. Or, you know, Magma Bell. There's an option. I do need to use that thing in order to have the silk. This shouldn't be too bad, though. Make sure we tag that. Really? What am I doing? I went over too far. Really? I thought I'd already done the jump. I guess that was the getting out of cloak form. Why is this part in particular so difficult? I mean, I could think of an easier way to get out of it, maybe. If I just fall line out. Yeah, okay. What am I doing? Just grab the thing. Ah, I have to do this to start. And then I assume this is gonna rubber band, so it doesn't matter how quickly I get here. Yeah, that was definitely rubber banding. Part really isn't too bad. It's got all your tools. Definitely rubber banding. Okay, well, we've escaped. I assume we're in deep docks again, somewhere. Ow. Well, there is a bench here. But I have my exploration build up. So I'd prefer not to touch it. Okay, well, I guess that's where we came up. This deep docks is a surprisingly important area. And I guess we go back to Moss Grotto now. Okay, well, in that case... return to the Snail Shamans in the Ruined Chapel beside Bone Bottom. Maybe that would be a good thing to start off with next time. But apparently I'm doing it now. So, oh, that's why. Trying to figure out why I have the Magma Bell equipped. It's because that was in my main slot. Those guys are back, of course. Alright, snails. We will talk to you because I want to have anticipation before the next episode as to what it is that we will be doing. Oh ho, back from the depths with nary a scratch. Is it as you feared?
Buenera.
It is, and worse. Your snare has sunk the monarch deep, deeper than I can safely descend. To cut Farloom free, I must plunge below the surface of that lake of liquid nothing. No shell survives submersion in the void, old one, not even yours.
Miofene?
Not without aid, certainly, though aid may exist. The flower that resists the dark. Do you know of it? The Everbloom. We've heard the tale, but had thought it a myth. If ever it sprouted in our lands, we would surely have known.
Nesvir?
I would not seek it in these lands. I need its power full, and it is too fragile to sustain here long. I would seek it in my memory. Oh ho ho, so you'd have us wrench open your soul to retrieve the fabled bloom? Can such a thing be done?
Hironare.
For another bug? No, but I am weaver enough to attempt it. In the distant past, I knew the flower. My thread still holds its faint memory. If the Everbloom was grasped strongly enough within my silk, it could be made to manifest. Ah, so you're asking another spell of us to reveal the flower clear, but to illuminate one of your kind's old memories so acutely. This is no easy thing, even for us. Old one, you must give us a moment to confer.
Gafama.
Korokatelo.
We could do it. The spell can be cast with enough power, enormous power, equal maybe, to that monarch.
Benifrang.
I cannot grant you mine, if it even were enough. My strength is still needed to face her below. Where else do you propose we seek a source? From Farloom. Ho, ho, remember, ours is a kingdom of wishes granted. Farloom was not born of that monarch, old one. Power existed in these lands even before she bound them beneath her. Ah, seek the old hearts of our kingdom, and the last successors, to bear their strength. They're still out there, hidden away, much faded by the Pale One's long dominion. You must make them stir. We will teach you how, in the way befitting a weaver, a somber song to reach down into their memories and enliven them a final time. Are we learning the Silksong? We're learning the Silksong. Okay. Elegy of the Deep. Draw out memories of Farloom's forgotten past. The hearts you seek, we can share their locations as best we know. Okay, good. So I'm not going to have to scour the entire map another time looking for these things. Except for the secret one, of course. 3 will be needed to construct her spell and draw clear memory of the flower from your silk. Bring us the hearts, old one. Make 'em beat, fierce and final. See for yourself the forgotten strength of this land of bugs before we burn those memories in its saving. Interesting. Enliven and acquire the old hearts of Farloom. Heart of Might. Encrusted Heart. Okay, so that's going to be in Sanzakarik. I have a pretty good idea where that's going to be then. There was that Coral Tower that we never really had anything to do with. And there was a powerful person, or bug, I guess, that used to have dominion over that entire region. So that's almost certainly what that is. Heart of the Woods. Pollen Heart. So that's going to be in Shellwood somewhere. Probably. Nothing immediately comes to mind that was an indication of what this might be. Not Greyroot. Greyroot was something else. Heart of the Wild. Claim the Hunter's Heart. Okay, and that's probably the statue in Hunter's March where the ants are. So maybe we do finally get our ant boss. I think I was lamenting the lack of an ant boss before. The ants were really cool. I liked them as a faction and as a set of units, a set of enemies. But you know, their arenas were tricky, but honestly, the ants were pretty fun to fight against. So ant boss, if that is in fact what that is, I'm pretty excited. So this is the only one I'm not really sure about. Let's see where they are on the map. Was I correct? Coral Tower, yes. Blasted Steps or Shellwood, it could be either. It's in that area. Hmm. Okay, and then... Oh. Okay, that's not where I was expecting that to be. It could still be Hunter's March if there's, like, a passage to the right from here that goes behind this other thing. But that's gonna be more like from here. Also, there's Verdania. I feel like there's got to be something here at some point. Actually, this might have been a decent guess for pollen as well, since it seems to be lush and plant-based, but not really spore-based, so maybe not. Hmm. Okay, well, these were our 3 targets, and I guess we'll just go for those, because yeah, I don't really know what else to do at this point. So I will pick one of those, and that's what we will do next time. I will see you then.